All right. Tell us about this tortoise.
So this tortoise was found wandering in the middle of a busy road, and everyone was calling me to come help this tortoise because no one else would. So here he is. I rescued him, and he's eating an apple.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you are honored to be in the presence of a very, very kind, wonderful, kinky human being. It's YKF Weekends. Everything we talk about is consensual. We are consenting adults. My name is Nicholas Tanek. This is Miztress Claudia. Who knows who will stop in? Who knows? We may have people, we may not. But today's episode is about how kinky people help animals. Kinky people are good people. We're decent people. We help each other. Most importantly, we help animals. Seriously. Please show us your shirt, Miztress Claudia.
Less people, more dogs.
Right on. Oh, thank you so much. And speaking of dogs, who is this?
Oh, that's Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
That was one of my first rescue dogs. He was
And how did you meet?
He was a pit bull that was bred to be a fighting dog, and he wouldn't fight. So the people that had him were going to kill him. And then what happened is someone basically showed up at my house and asked if I would take him. So
that is so beautiful.
Such a nice dog.
And thanks for bringing up the whole thing about Pitbull fighting and everything like that. I was working with a long time ago when I was in music journalism under a different name, prodigal son of the Sons of Man from Wu-Tang Clan. He was doing an investigation about the Pitbull fights, and he got death threats and everything like that.
Oh,
it's an underground, it's a horrible underground scene.
Huge.
Yeah. You know, if you want to see and be a part of community, there's a kink culture community. Do that. Don't have.
Yeah.
So when you get a dog like this, right, bred for fighting, you have to show a sense of compassion and love and empathy to it. How do you deal with that? And it also resonates with, like, in the kink community, because, like, there are a lot of subs out there who are going through trauma, and you have to kind of deal with them, right? So how do you approach this? How do you approach this situation?
Well, you have to be very careful, because especially a dog that's bred for fighting, you don't know really anything else about the dog. So it could be dangerous. It could be unstable. Things could trigger it to attack, and you just have to be very aware and cautious at first. This dog was one of a kind. He was an angel. Just such a good dog. I mean, he was great with kittens. He was great with baby ducks. He was great with every dog he met. He was a really nice dog. Yeah.
And how are the optometrist bills? Because he's got glasses.
Yeah, he's just so cute.
Oh my God, dogs play a major role in my life.
Aww.
Ever since I was a kid, I've always had dogs. My first dog's name was Shazam.
Aww.
And there was a show, a television show, a superhero. Yeah, his name was Shazam.
Yeah, was it?
And they'd yell, Shazam.
Shazam was a cartoon.
No, it was like a live action show.
Oh.
And it was like an 80s, 70s, something like that. And they'd yell, Shazam. And he'd run. The dog would run. A little mutt, mangy dog. And my dad always told me, you can tell a lot about someone how they treat dogs.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So this picture right here is of Moki. Shout out to Moki. And she's on the cover of my book, The Coolest Way to Kill Yourself. This dog has been part of a major aspect in my whole life, in the healing process and everything, the writing process and the healing process, become an icon. Not only is this dog, this painting done by Melissa Blair, the person who did the cover, but this dog is now on the cover of a single for a band called Cujo. Let's take a look at them. There's a band called Cujo that uses the uses the picture of Moki for their single, which is cool. So look, Kujo, Cujo. Take that. See, one dog's life can impact so many people. The cover of a book,
yeah,
the cover
absolutely.
of an album, to So let's continue. Let's continue on how you rescue these, not just dogs, but animals, but cats. Cats. Tell me about this cat that you rescued.
Oh, where I live is very rural. There's a lot of abandoned cats. There's a lot of abandoned dogs. I'm allergic to cats, but I still help them. Most of the cats I take are out. I have a ranch, so they stay outside, and they have outbuildings where they all can live and they enjoy their life and whatever. But this cat in particular, I rescued him and his brother. But where I'm from, I'm not from here, but where I live, there's a lot of abandoned animals.
Yeah, unfortunately. So let me ask you this. As someone who loves animals, right? Kink culture, cats and kink culture seem to go hand in hand. So dogs too, as well with pups. Why do you? Let's talk about cats though for now. Why do you think cats resonate so strong with kinky people?
I'm not sure. Maybe just. That's a good question. I don't have the answer to. I'm more of a dog person.
All right, so let's talk about that. Dogs,
Um,
pups. You have pups. You play with pups all the time, right?
yeah.
Like this guy. But you have
Um,
BDSM pups as well. Where
yeah, I sent you a picture of one of them. That I was trying to find some pictures, but I only found one so far.
we're gonna get them on this. So how does your love of animals translate to the BDSM pups?
That is very difficult for me, actually, because I love my fur babies, so I don't really punish them or train them harshly or anything like that, where with my BDSM puppies and ponies, they require a lot more of stern training, which I don't do with my fur counterparts. They they don't get any they get positive reinforcement training.
All right. Now, if you had your own kennel of BDSM pups, what would it entail? Let's say you had a regular kennel for pups, for real pups. They could take their pups, they could put it in your kennel, but they're taken care of. But then they put their mask on, right? They they see you have your own kennel. What would it be needed for a human BDSM puppy kennel?
Well, I think that the kennels would be a lot more harsh for the BDSM kennels. I'd probably use, uh, rather than a normal kennel or crate that I use for the fur doggies, I think I would probably put them in
Fur doggies.
isolated kennels, something where almost like a box of some sort, or cover it so I can't hear them for the night.
Have you ever domed multiple human? No, you call them fur doggies. What do you call
No,
the human?
no, I meant like you know what I mean, like
Your real dogs.
my real dogs.
Yeah. So if you call the real the fur doggies, do you have a term for the people doggies?
No, just
Oh.
My play pets, I guess.
All right. All right, cool. Um, all right. All right. So let's get into it. So, has an animal saved you?
Um, yes. His name was Snaggle. He was a little chihuahua that, oh my gosh. He was like my soulmate. And when I got him, he was going to be euthanized because his teeth were so bad they were rotting away his jaw. And I said, no, don't euthanize him. I'll get his teeth fixed. So he had to have all his teeth taken out. And I'll send a picture of him. But he was my little boyfriend. He went when I was in Boston and I was relocating to Arizona. Um, I had to drive across country maybe 15 times back and forth, and he was my companion. What about you?
Moki. Yeah, I would definitely say that Moki um, saved my life. I didn't want this dog. I didn't want this dog at all. So I got married. I was a bad kid. I used to do coke and I was a junkie, but I sobered up, got my life together, got married. I married this woman. I really wanted this dog. Oh my god, I I didn't want this dog. She went to like a shake a paw or some stuff like that. And I'm like, you're gonna feed it? Yeah, I'm gonna feed it. No, you're not. You're gonna take it for a walk? Yeah, you're gonna take it for. No, you're not. I was the one who had to do everything. So, we're newlyweds, stuff like that. We like drink and smoke and whatever. First weekend, we get the dog. We're crate training it. It's like, oh god, it smells. Babe, you gotta take the dog out. Nah, she's just sleeping. So I learned from them. I gotta take care of this dog. Now, it would seem like, oh, I'm saving the dog. The dog is something. When you have a dog, all you do is just try to make sure it doesn't die. Really, there's so many times you're just making sure it doesn't get hurt, doesn't die. But that's the thing; it ends up saving you
Yeah.
by becoming responsible for this dog and having it always like love me, not just because of salt or food or whatever, right? Having it depend on me, it made me love myself enough to be like, I have to take care of myself. I got to take care of this dog. I have to take, and the reward of it, it made me examine myself as a man, as a human being, right? Um, and when Lynn died, all I had left was that dog. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that was a reminder. That was a reminder to keep going. So when I wrote, like for example, when I wrote this book, right, Moki's right here. And many times Mogi was sitting on my lap and I'm writing and stuff like that. Music's playing and I'm just writing. Sometimes I'm crying when I'm writing, because I'm an emotional basket case. And that animal stood by me, through thick and thin, just was always around. And it was great. Like everywhere I took this animal, everyone who met this animal loved it, just fell in love. It had like, how I say that certain people have this like light in them? That dog had this light. It was inspiring. Every time I saw the dog, I was like, oh, life is not that bad. You know what I
What kind
mean?
of what kind of dog was it?
A mixture of a Pomeranian and poodle, a pompoot.
Oh,
Such
I
a
love Pomeranians. And
mm,
poodles are great.
yeah. The only real problem with Moki was
Oh.
diabetic. Moki was
Oh.
diabetic. Yeah. So, oh wow, I think we have a guest. I don't think
Oh.
she's ready yet. But yeah, so yes. Oh, hello.
Hey,
Hi, Dom Danielle is here. Hi, Dom Danielle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're talking about animals. Before we get into trivia, we're talking about animals. Miztress Claudia is very well known, one of the coolest people when it comes to saving animals, shelters, making sure, just keeping, awareness about stuff like pitbull fighting, horse slaughter, just animal rights in general. And so we've been talking about how certain animals saved us and stuff like that. Do you have any experience of animals saving your life, or you saving animals, or BDSM animals like pups or anything like that. Like, for like this.
Yeah, I like that picture. I saw that. It's cool. I've had 3 dogs that I've had on my own. One is in the backyard permanently now. One is on her way out. She's 17. And then I have another one who's 7. And when you have a senior dog, it's like you have a whole new dog, right? Because they completely change. And that was a new experience for me. And you have to have a lot of patience. And I would say that a way that they've saved me is, well, I used to live in apartments, and so they would get me outside, and that helped my mental health, right? And I know that I'm not alone when I say that there have been some times in my life where, like, they're my only reason, if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. So, as people who are kinky, let's say we're kinky people, everyone uses animals. Not everyone, but a lot of people use animals in their role play. You have dogs, kitten play, puppy play, horses, dragon play, everything like that. What do you get the most? What do you encounter the most that people want to interact with you? Dogs, cats, horses. Miztress Claudia.
I would definitely say mostly puppy play, but pony play and puppy play. Yeah.
Do you approach the pups versus the ponies differently? I mean, they're all alive, they're all animals, but it's like almost a different culture, right?
Yeah.
So how do you approach them differently?
It's hard to say because whenever each person has a different perception of what they want to get out of this. Like a lot of the puppy play is more almost like nurturing in a way, with a little bit of discipline, where pony play is actually most of the people I've met with just want to be really just treated like they're a horse, they're a pony. So there's not as much of, for me, a emotional connection element. It's more, just them metamorphosizing into being a pony or a horse.
Danielle, any your thoughts on this? Pony play versus puppy play?
I don't get a lot of requests for either, actually, and I'm
Really?
curious as to why. So I'm just, I don't know, listening. I mean, I had a friend who he was a personal friend who he was into puppy play, and he would play, not professionally, but he had play partners, and he was just a friend. And I like what Miztress Claudia said about he just wanted to be loved, right? Like he just wanted to be accepted and loved and viewed as fun and always welcomed, Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kink Trivia, 7:30. All right, let's have some fun. All right. I am working on a weird game show at the dungeon that I work at. So we're gonna have some questions. Now, there's no way to win. This is my show. It's an anarchist show. It's a chaos show. I can do what the hell I want. So you're playing for fictional gift certificates that mean absolutely nothing. Okay. Just so you know. So this is so silly. But yeah, let's have some fun. All right. Okay. First of all, Miztress Claudia, what does the F in BDSM stand for? A, sadism, B, submission, or C, both?
You said the S?
The S in BDSM. Is it sadism, submission, or both?
I've always known it as sadism.
Okay.
But maybe it's both now in the new
Domme
world.
Danielle.
Are you asking you the same question?
I'm asking you the same question.
I would say both.
You both. Oh, both. Okay, great.
Both.
Both. You are both correct. You are both correct, and both of you get 1 month gift certificate of no one catfishing your account and stealing your IP address.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. Okay. All right. True or false, Miztress Claudia first. A safe word can only be a single word, like red. True or false?
False. Well, it's a one word, right? So word. Are you trying to trick me?
Domme Danielle, what's your answer? A safe word can only be a single word, like red. True or false?
False.
False. Both of you are correct. Both of you are correct. And your gift certificate, you get a kinky time machine. For 1 day though, only. Okay.
Okay.
So we have a game. We can do this game. Another thing. Okay. What was the very first chastity device by Dr. Danielle Koch? What was the name? I'm going to give you 3 names. Was it called sexual armor? A. Was it called self-protector? B. All right. Or was it called C. The no-no belt? Is it the sexual armor, self-protector, or the no-no belt? What do you say, Miztress Claudia?
Gosh, I don't know the answer. I would say B.
Self-protector?
That's what I'd say
You
too.
say self-protector?
Mhm.
You are both correct.
Yay!
You're both correct. And your prizes, both of you will not get kicked off Instagram for a month.
And that's kind of sad. Like, you have to wear armor to like protect yourself. I mean, how about we teach people not to assault us?
Yeah. I know. All right. Next question. How old is the oldest dildo? 4,000 years? 10,000 years? 13,000 years? Or 28,000 years?
Gosh. That's a hard one. I'm going to guess 28,000.
Miztress Claudia guesses 28,000. Domme Danielle, what do you guess?
I'll say 4,000.
40,000.
4,000.
Domme Danielle, you are wrong.
Darn.
And because of your punishment, your punishment, you get a cum stained French maid outfit.
Shit. I already have one. Darn, I guess I get 2.
And Miss Claudia, you are correct. And,
oh wow!
Yes.
Jeez.
And
wow,
and
that's a really
your
old
gift,
dildo.
For your gift certificate, you get a sissy maid who actually cleans.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Those are rare.
I know. That's true. They are rare.
All right. Here we go. Early vibrators. This is a trick question. Early vibrators were not powered by A, steam, B, bees, C, compressed air, or D, water.
Wow.
Miztress Claudia, try to take a guess. Not powered. They're not powered. You choose. So in other words, all of these, consider all of them, vibrators were powered by all of these except for one. Which one?
I mean, I would naturally guess B for bees, but then you're thinking, well, there's a lot of people that do a lot of interesting things. But I'm going to say bees.
Domme Danielle?
But I'm probably wrong.
I would agree with bees.
You are both correct. You're both correct.
Oh.
And for that, you both have a gift certificate. You could put anybody who cuts you off on the street into chastity for 24 hours. No, I'm sorry, for 24 months. 24 months. Yeah. So if they cut you off on the street, even if they, like, you're walking, it doesn't have to be driving. It could be walking. Boom. 24 months of chastity. Does anyone know why bees is part of this question, this answer? Quick trivia. Cleopatra, it's a rumor. It's not, it hasn't been proven to be true, but Cleopatra is rumored to have put bees in a gourd and to use them as vibrators.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
What
kind
are
of
the
want to try
best
that.
Yeah. What are the best candles for wax play? A, colored candles. B, flavored candles. C, beeswax candles. Or D, paraffin candles. Miztress Claudia.
I would say paraffin candles.
Domme Danielle, what would you say?
Whatever that you're lucky enough that I have to use on you. Paraffin, I think, but I'm going to grab whatever's available.
For safety purposes, paraffin candles
Okay.
are the safety. And both of you win. Both of you win a photographer who is not creepy.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a joke. That was a joke. Well, I know a lot
No,
of
that's
photographers,
true.
and they're not creepy at all. They're awesome, but there's a stereotype that every once in a while it's like, I want to be a photographer. I want to be a photographer.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
some fucking awesome photographers out there. Awesome, wonderful. I'm just joking around. All right, and this is one of the most important questions. How much longer is a clitoral orgasm compared to a penile orgasm? A, 2 times longer. B, 3 times longer. C, 4 times longer. Or D, 5 times longer. Miztress Claudia, how much longer is a clitoral orgasm compared to a penile orgasm?
I have to admit, I have no idea, but I'm going to guess 5 times.
Domme Danielle?
I would guess 4 or 5. Yeah.
4 or 5. Wow. Okay.
A lot
4
longer.
or 5. Well, both of you are wrong. So both of you are wrong. The correct answer is B, 3 times. The magic number 3. And
Wow.
for what you get is a gourd of bees. Basically.
Now let me ask you a question. How did you come up with that? Was there like a case study on timing orgasms, or?
Yeah, I interviewed everybody in New Jersey. No, I went to AI. I went to 2 AI things. One was ChatGPT, one was Grok, and yeah, that's what they came up with. So that could change. You know, it's the internet. It's funny. You could put in stuff about me. Who knows what's going to find out? Put in stuff about you. Who knows what's going to find out? You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh wow. Cool. Okay. What do we got next? Yeah. So the penis. 6 seconds orgasm. So let's do some math. If it's 3 times, it's 20 seconds. Any vulva owner out there, they got 20 seconds over a man's 6 seconds out there. So women do everything better, don't they?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, both of you. Is there anything you'd like to promote? Yeah, I think we had some fun. Domme Danielle, is there anything you'd like to tell the world? Let us know anything. How can we get in touch with you and reach out to you?
Yep, you can go to my website, dommedanielle.com or kinkencounters.com. They're the same. I don't have any news. No news is good news.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to know the
Claudia.
name of Miztress Claudia's rescue. If she wants to share on or off.
I will share that with you privately.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because you know how people can be when they figure things out and whatever. But I will definitely share that with you privately. It's a legitimate giant nonprofit organization in a very rural area. And
let's just put it this way. Miztress Claudia is one of these people. I always say she's got the light in her. She wants to help, and when it comes to animals, this person I've never met. Seriously, and I know a lot of people in who are vet techs, all that stuff. I have never met a woman who has so much heart. So anybody you know with any kind of animal issues in the kink community, advice, right? Advice, I'm sure,
Yes.
right? Reach
Oh,
out.
Cool.
absolutely. Or anyone looking to adopt or has any questions. It's something that I dedicate my life to. I mean, literally. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why today I was working outside and I unexpectedly had visitors, and I said, oh, I got to get going here, but it's never ending work, and it's
Yeah.
not, it's, but it's like anything that you just, it's your, how do I say it? It's my mission in life. I found my calling, I guess you could say. Um, but I definitely will. Now, where are you located also, Danielle?
I'm in Denver.
Oh, Denver. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did have a question. So I'm not sure if any of you are aware of like all the monkey hype going on, on YouTube and stuff like that. Like, are
No.
you aware of any of that? Okay, so they're like
No.
pretty popular. They're pretty popular and they're gaining popularity. They have like monkey channel torture rings and stuff like that. You can dive pretty deep
Oh
into it.
my God.
But like, I have a dream to go
Heartbreaking.
to the it's called the Vervet Monkey Foundation in South Africa. And what happens is a lot of people end up going to some of these places in South Africa and volunteering and never coming back. And like that's kind of what I hope happens. So,
Oh,
but
Isn't that what
have a few
happened to
loose ends to tie
Fosse?
wow.
up.
Isn't that
I
what
don't
happened to
know.
Fosse and the Gorillas in the Mist and stuff like that?
Is it?
Or is that a
Oh,
different country?
I don't know. I know I'm familiar with that, but not. I don't know. But it's cool because like this foundation, all they do is they help orphaned baby monkeys, and they're like
Oh,
this big, and
oh
so
my
the
God.
people step in to foster until they give them to a troop to foster. So they like the point is to get them back into the wild. But just look up baby monkeys on YouTube, and you'll see a lot of stuff. There's a whole bunch of variety of. A lot of people are making money off of because they're not protected right in their countries, and so they're making money off of making YouTube videos, but then you can go to like the underground dark web stuff and it's horrible. But yeah.
Stan Vladimir points out, I don't know if I should bring this up because it is a positive show. I understand where he's coming from, but I think we have an obligation to talk about this. I don't know if I should
Yeah.
bring this up, but recently there were some people in the kink community who were abusing animals for profit. I know nothing about
Oh yeah,
that.
totally.
Well, I
What?
Crushing.
mean, they're called crush videos. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a whole
What?
fetish of people that,
Oh yeah.
they stomp on hamsters or they rape dogs, or there's horrible, horrible things that people do. And that is to me, that is a violation of consent. When an innocent
Yeah.
sentient being is unable to consent to some gruesome activities, that is just, to me, that is just, you're a predator and you're sick. And
Yeah.
whenever
That is-
that's me with animals, with children, with innocent people. There is just there's no place for these people to, I mean, they should not be breathing oxygen. It's just, the world would be a better place without them. But I do
Well
know
said.
there's a lot of
Wow.
people that make a lot of money, uh, abusing animals, and especially in different films that are considered illegal. But
Oh yeah.
It
it is,
reminds me of what Luca Magnotta. There's a documentary on Netflix called "Don't Fuck with Cats," and
Oh
oh,
yeah.
this
Yep.
scumbag Luca Magnotta, like he obsessed with serial killers, used to kill cats, and a bunch of on video, put them on YouTube, and this Facebook group was like, you don't mess with cats, so they found him, and he ended up going further in his behavior and ended up killing a man with
Oh
a hammer.
wow.
No, I'm sorry, with a
my
screwdriver.
God.
Yeah, and they found them. So you don't mess with cats, don't mess with animals. And even I could even honestly say this too, at the manor when we have a pup party, the kindness that comes out of everybody. You know why?
Yeah.
Because we're like to ourselves. Other things that I don't
Mhm.
want to harp on negative things, but we do have to be aware. Horse slaughter is a major aspect, a major problem in the world. Pitbull fighting, another thing. The monkey thing. Thank you for bringing that up. Everybody, let's bring it out on a good note. Stan Vladimir says every time I go for a jog, I feed stray cats and kittens, and I managed to find some of them a
Oh,
lovely home. Right on, Stan. Kinky
It's
people
good.
coming through, my
that's really
man.
sweet.
And he continues. whenever I see kinky people having animals, instantly, you have my respect. Wonderful. And
Thanks,
Sunshine
Dan.
comes in very well said, Miztress Claudia.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
Sunshine. Can you tell I'm really compassionate about this? No.
You are. Take care of an animal. If you have a pet right now, love them. Like, seriously, feed them, love them, hang out with them. Look, look at them. Give them your attention and love and care. It's as simple as that. The heart of it. Thank you very much, Miztress Claudia Domme Danielle. Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Be cool, be kind, keep an open mind. Take care, everybody. It's going to be a great week.